The self-help industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. All around the world, people are looking outward, seeking to quench a spiritual and evolutionary thirst within. People are trying all kinds of different things to become successful, to become happy, to become strong, to become spiritual, to become something they would like to be. This week, I want you to stop trying to be what you already are. You're already all that and more. You see, here's the trick. You don't have to become it. You have to release it. It's already inside. Stop looking anywhere else. Stop looking anywhere else. The reason why you've read all those books and nothing happens, the reason why you've been to all those seminars and nothing happens, the reason why is because after you take that look in, the answers are within. If anyone outside of you is telling you they are the answer, run for your life, because you're wasting your time. People who do what I do, who write books, who speak about this, the whole point of it is to wake something up inside. To wake something up inside. Because every answer you need is within. If you keep looking out, well, you know what happens, because that's what you've been doing. It's not about becoming it. It's about releasing it. Now, I know I have a lot of new listeners. Again, a lot of academic listeners, a lot of professionals, a lot of people who have read a lot of these books that make absolutely absurd promises at times. And you've been let down, and some people listen to this show maybe with academic ears and in the traditional assembly line way of thinking. Well, this isn't that. And before I really get into it, I want to tell you a story. There's a story of Bruce Lee tells a story in his book, The Tao of Jeet Kune Do. And Bruce Lee was all about freedom of thought and freedom of movement, and he got himself in a lot of trouble for teaching things out of sequence, or for not accepting the assembly line way of things were taught as far as his martial art was concerned. And what he was actually killed for was for sharing those secrets with the world, something that people held dear. He shared them as if they were nothing. And what he was just trying to do was empower as many people as he wanted. But he tells a great story about when he was already a local champion. He was a very good martial artist from a young age. He was a local champion, but he wanted to become a master. And I'm ready to become a master. So he went and sought out the local master, and the master hadn't heard of Bruce Lee. So the master says, well, do you know any martial arts? And Bruce Lee said, yes, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, I'm a champion of here, I'm a champion of there, I know this, I know that, I want you to train me, I want to be a master too. And the master realized every single time he was telling Bruce Lee something, Bruce Lee kept interrupting him. Well, of course, I know how to do this, I knew how to do that. So the master says, you know what, let's go have some tea, because in their tradition it was traditional and common that you sit and have tea together when making some sort of bond or agreement. So they go, they sit down, and Bruce Lee's sitting there with his cup and his tea plate and teacup, and the master starts pouring the tea, and Bruce Lee watches this water rise. It rises to the top of the cup and slowly starts overflowing from the cup onto the plate, then overflowing from the plate onto the table, and then starts going across the table, about to go on the floor. Bruce Lee's looking at the master as if, don't you see this? Don't you see this happening? And finally, he can't hold anymore and says, wait, stop. Stop pouring any more water. No more can fit. Can't you see? And the master said, yes, actually, I do see. But you are like this cup. You are so full of your own ideas, your own experiences, your own ignorance, that anything I try to teach you will simply overflow. In order to learn from me, you must empty your cup. So as you all listen, whether you're a professor or you're not, whether you're sitting in a cubicle or you're sitting in your office, whether you're sitting at home or you're sitting on a board somewhere, I want you to understand that empty your cup. If you're ready to release your greatest self, if you're ready to stop trying to be what you already are, and you're ready to learn what you are and how truly, immeasurably powerful you are, empty your cup. We're going to fill it today, and then I want you to spend the rest of the day looking in, because that's what you're intended to do. The power is within. You're listening to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free. I'm your host, Steve Maraboli. For more information about A Better Today, our speeches, programs, seminars, live event schedule, upcoming radio shows, anything you want to know about A Better Today, the A Better Today community, visit abettertoday.com. You can also visit stevemaraboli.com. Also on A Better Today, we have an amazing newsletter that's free. Just go sign up for it at abettertoday.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're listening to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free. I'm your host, Steve Maraboli. For more information about A Better Today, our speeches, programs, seminars, please visit abettertoday.com or stevemaraboli.com. Also, keep in mind that December 31st or December 30th, whichever is the Monday, the last Monday in December, is our first show that will be 2 hours long. The new start time for this show will be noon. It'll go from noon to 2 o'clock Eastern, right here on the Voice America channel. That's right. The show will be twice as long. Same thing is going to go, though. As soon as the shows are over, they'll be available at iTunes, at the A Better Today website, and the Voice America website. So plenty of places that you can listen to the show. Again, you can download it, burn it to disc, throw it on your iPod. So many people do so many different things with the show as far as that. I know there are some school buses here in the U.S. that play the show in the morning for kids that have a longer drive to school. I know plenty of chauffeurs that play the song for people that they're bringing to airports or on long trips. So in any way that you think this show can help you or help others, there's plenty of opportunity for you to grab this show. All the downloads are free, whether they be on iTunes, it's a free podcast, whether it's iTunes, the Voice America site, or the A Better Today site. The intent of this show is to help as many people as possible. That will always be the intent of this show. So feel free to use it however you'd like. We're talking about stopping, really to stop looking outward. And the title of the show is Stop Trying to Be What You Already Are. But I really want you to stop looking outward. You know, just know, we use the word accountability a lot. We use it in business. I'm a business coach and do a lot of speeches at corporate. I do a lot of corporate seminars. We use the word accountability a lot. And it almost has a negative connotation to it, because when we tend to hear that word accountable, it's usually when someone's being looked at. Who's to blame here? Who's accountable for this? But I want you to look at it a different way. It's more about taking control. Being in control. When you're accountable to yourself, you're in control. And guess what? That's what you are. You know, I get emails all the time, and standard emails say, "Hey, Steve, I want to be successful." Well, stop trying to be what you already are. Guess what? You are successful. You're living what you've been focused on. Listen to me now. Your condition today is a direct reflection of your thoughts yesterday. You're successful. You're successful at getting what you've been thinking of. If you've been thinking and concentrating on I hate living paycheck to paycheck, you're successful at attaining that. What happens is, again, you start looking outwards because you don't consider yourself successful, because you're not able to see the power you have. You look outwards and you buy a book that says, you know, make $1 million in 2 months. Meanwhile, you've been on this earth for 40 years and you're still living paycheck to paycheck, but somehow you think you're really going to make $1 million in a couple of months. I want you to understand that this is about building. I want you to build. That's what I'm here for, to help people build or rebuild themselves. It's about a rebirth. It's about giving a funeral to the old way of doing things and having a rebirth, a new you. And by new you, ironically, I mean the original you.